All right, you know what gun we haven't talked about in quite a while here on the channel? That's going to be the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 Competitor. Now, I know a lot of people thought that I dumped all over this thing right out of the box, and I get that it is kind of a base platform to build a competition style gun from, but I did really feel like Smith & Wesson should have went a little bit further with it than they did. I took it upon myself to go ahead and do some upgrades that brought it to a level where I felt like it should have been straight from the factory. Now, here we are creeping up on 7,000 rounds. I've got 1,000 rounds with me today. By the time I'm done there, we're going to be 7,500 on this thing. I'm going to go ahead and do some shooting, and then we'll talk about how I'm feeling about this thing after as much time as I've had it and the round count that I'm at. First things first, the porting on the barrel done by Floyds Custom Shop. I think that porting the barrel really took this thing to a whole new level. Of course, I do have two barrels for this. I have I ported the stock barrel, and then I ordered a backup barrel from Apex. That one I've kept stock, so if I want to shoot it ported, I use that barrel. If I want to shoot it not ported, I just swap over to the Apex. I think that as far as the porting goes, it really does flatten out the gun quite a bit. As you all know, porting does make it considerably louder, so it's not something that I really like to shoot at the indoor range, but out here it works out really well. The Apex trigger, that was probably the thing that was an absolute must for this gun. I know a lot of people talk about how good the trigger is in the Competitor and all of the new Smith & Wessons. Those triggers are better than the old triggers. Yes, I'll give you that. But they're no Apex, that's for sure. The take-up has pretty much been removed with the Apex trigger. It is smooth, it functions well, the break is nice and crisp. Also, you have the ability to adjust your actual pull weight with the Apex versus the stock trigger. Again, stock trigger, it's not horrible. It's better than previous versions, but it's definitely not anywhere near as good as an Apex. I am, of course, using the Floyds Custom Shop mag extensions and magwell. This one is a limited edition brass magwell, so it adds quite a bit of weight to the gun. If you hurry over to the Floyds Custom Shop website, you may still be able to find some of these on there. No guarantees, though. The ones that they have are just straight brass. I did go ahead and Cerakote this one because I think that it looks better. As far as optics go, the Holosun 507 comp, probably my favorite optic that's out there right now. I love that big window and the option to change reticles depending on what it is that I'm doing. This one is the green version. Green versus red, that's all going to be personal preference, but I find with my eyes as crappy as they are, the green dots tend to get picked up a little bit better. Now, I still don't love the core optics mounting system that Smith & Wesson does. I wish they would have done a direct mount system and just did adapter plates for everything else that isn't this footprint, but it is what it is. I did go ahead and use the C&H Precision mounting plate. I've used those for half dozen different guns. Never had an issue with them. I think that they are good quality. They're a little more expensive than some of the ones out there, definitely more expensive than those bullshit plates from Amazon, but all in all, if you have to use a mounting plate, my preference is C&H Precision. So after all the rounds that I put through the Competitor, I really got to say, it's a pleasure to shoot. It doesn't matter if I'm using the ported barrel or the standard barrel from Apex. Either way, it's Really, it's a great gun. It's accurate. It functions well. I've never had any reliability issues. It's everything that I would expect from Smith & Wesson. I feel like this gun is a great gun if you're looking to do any type of competition style shooting. Now, this isn't meant as a carry gun by any means. But if you want to do competition shooting, if you want some sort of, range gun, this thing is great as a kind of starter platform. There are a ton of aftermarket parts for the M&P guns that are going to fit with this. So to buy this, you're opening up the ability to upgrade it into whatever it is that's going to suit you personally. Does it need all the bells and whistles that I've added to it? I mean, it shoots fine in its stock configuration, but I'm all about trying to take it to the next level and seeing what's possible with a gun. And after adding all of this stuff to the Competitor, this is really one of my top 5 favorite pistols to bring to the range. So that's the update today. 7,500 rounds through the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 Competitor. I'm going to keep shooting it, and I don't know, maybe when we hit 10,000 rounds, I'll come back with it again. So far, so good. Loving this thing. Love the M&Ps. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll talk to you real soon.